Duchesne, another amazing woman who's been a part of Women's Prosperity Network since the early days, in our very first year or so. And what a privilege it is to stay in such close communication with you. We love having you in our community, my friend.
Absolutely love being here. Thank you for this opportunity. And thank you, Trish and Susan, for the Yes Ready program. My very first book was a collaborative project called Wisdom. And it's so phenomenal to share some wisdom at this summit with you. So people ask me about my entrepreneur journey. And I think back on my life, and I have a lot of tools in my toolbox. I'm a communications consultant and a marketing strategist. What I do is develop and deliver the message for my clients on digital marketing. And I think back to when I was 8 years old in the summer after third grade. You know those backyard neighborhood carnivals? I went around the neighborhood and I collected little tchotchkes and elephant table kinds of things. And we had snacks and we had games and we generated some money for a fun day in the backyard in suburban America. And I think back about that, and multiple streams of income were created, generating something out of nothing by knocking on doors in the neighborhood and taking the junk and selling it as a thing of value and all those things. Fast forward to when I was 12 years old, a teenager being a babysitter. And as the oldest of 8 kids, I was much sought after to give care in the homes. And the YMCA gave a certification program of first aid and CPR. And then I was a much more sought after babysitter because I had those qualifications and skill sets. After I went to college, I started working in law firms. And for 30 years, that was my career, helping lawyers prepare litigation documents for courts and for judges and for other attorneys. And I've always been a good wordsmith. And so I would help craft the language persuasive or on behalf of the client or speaking for the lawyer and the judge. And, you know, working late nights. And I remember this one night, it was a pivotal moment. It was January in a bitter cold winter, right after the holiday season. And I'm running to catch the last train again, standing on the tracks on this cold winter night and thinking, how much longer am I going to keep on fulfilling the dream of these attorneys instead of fulfilling my dream? Right around that time, social media was coming about, and I've always been amazed by methods of communication. So I learned as much as I could about social media. I quit my job, lock, stock, and barrel, and started my own company and learned as much as I could about social media and marketing and getting the message out for my clients. And that was in 2007. So here I am 15 years later, still helping my clients craft their message and deliver. And I have tools in my toolbox that are just incredible. Some use the powerful artificial intelligence. Some are ways to connect value-based communication. And those of you that have been with this summit for the 2 days know that words matter. Nancy just mentioned that Gail Dixon, our very first kickoff speaker of this event, talked about words matter and we matter. And you know, all through the thread of today, we've talked about the impact we each make. And way back in my 8th grade carnival days, the money we raised, we gave to Children's Hospital. So I ask that you not only develop multiple streams of income, but figure out how you're going to give back to the world to make the world a better place through some philanthropic means, as well as putting money in your own pockets, making the difference that you make. I do have a gift for you, as do many of our speakers. I'll put it in the chat. It's a value-based assessment of how you can communicate, how you already communicate, how you can communicate better, and a session with me on how we can unravel what all that means to you. Thank you so much for letting me share my wisdom with you. And Nancy, so appreciate the Women's Prosperity Network. We like to say we might not have it all together, but together we have it all. So thank you very much.
You are most welcome. And ain't that the truth? We may not have it all together, but together we have it all.